Hello and welcome students. We are into the 16th video lecture of the lecture series made on the subject machine design, whose subject code is ME303, and the topic which we are going to discuss today is gear terminology. It is the second part of the design of gear topic which I am going to teach you. In the previous lecture we have started this gear designing, and in the previous lecture I have told you about the different types of gears. So today we will discuss about the different types of terms which are used in the case of gear design. I am Shri Krishna Mishra, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Suresh Gyan Vihar University, Jaipur. So let's first of all explore what are the objectives of today's lecture. The objectives, students, of today's lecture are: first, we are going to understand about the names of different terms used in the gear drive. In the case of gear drive, there are different terms which are used. So we are going to understand those terms. Then the second objective is to understand about what is addendum, what is dedendum, what is addendum circle, what is dedendum circle, what is pitch circle diameter, what is module, and etc. There are many more terms which we are going to discuss. And the third important objective is to know the importance of each of these terms used in gear terminology. We are going to know the importance of each of these terms which are used in gear terminology. The importance of each term we are going to understand. All right. So now moving into the discussion, our today's topic is gear terminology. All right. It is basically gear terminology is basically what? It is all the terms which are used in the case of gears. Now, first of all, a brief background of this. We all know that gear is an important power transmitting element. What is gear? Gear is a power transmitting element, and its calculation depend on certain factors. Its calculation depends on certain factors. Some basic terminologies of these factors are discussed in today's presentation. All right. So we will use the diagram in order to explain you the gear terminology in a better way. These are the different types of terms which are used. I will explain each of these one by one. What is face, what is flank, what is face width, what is addendum, what is dedendum, what is pitch circle, which is what is tooth thickness. Each of this I am going to teach you in today's video lecture. All right, clearance circle, dedendum circle, fillet radius, and clearance. So these all we are going to discuss one by one. First of all, what is pitch circle? As you can see, students, pitch circle in this diagram which you are seeing right now. So pitch circle in this diagram, as you can see here, it is written pitch circle. All right. So basically this circle is your pitch circle, means above it the portion is known as addendum, and below it the portion of the gear tooth is known as dedendum. So basically what we can say, how we can define pitch circle? We can define pitch circle as an imaginary circle. It is an imaginary circle which by pure rolling action will give the same motion as the actual gear, all right. So this means that if you replace this toothed gear by two wheels which are pressed against each other, all right, so the radius of that imaginary circle which will give the same rolling action as the gear, so that particular radius, that particular rolling circle will be known as your pitch circle, and the diameter of that particular pitch circle is known as pitch circle diameter. Means if in the place of two gears you are using two imaginary circles which are pressing against each other, then these circles are known as pitch circles. All right. And The diameter of these pitch circles are known as pitch circle diameter. So what is pitch circle diameter, students? As I have told you, pitch circle diameter is the diameter of pitch circle. Alright. The size of the gear is usually specified by the pitch circle diameter. Whenever we specify pitch circle, we specify it with the help of its diameter. And in short, we can also use the word pitch diameter. If in short you want to say this, you can say that pitch circle diameter, in short you can say as pitch diameter. All right, so as you can see, this is the gear design. In this gear design you have this particular circle as pitch circle. All right, you have a pitch circle like this. This is your pitch circle, students. And the center of this tooth, you have a toothed, these are its tooths, students. So in these tooth you can see the center circle from these tooth. This is your pitch circle and its diameter is known as pitch diameter. And the point from where these teeth start, the circle drawn from that point is known as the base circle, and the diameter is known as base diameter. All right, students. So as you can see in this diagram, I have shown this pitch circle. This is the circle which is known as pitch circle. This is the circle which is known as pitch circle. It passes through the center of the teeth. It passes through the center of the teeth of the gear. All right. So pitch circle and pitch circle diameter, I hope is now understood to you. Coming into the base circle, as I have told you, student, base circle is what? It is the section from which the involute section of the tooth is generated. Means this smaller circle, this particular smaller circle, which can be drawn from the point where the teeth of the tooth starts. All right, so this particular circle is known as base circle, and in other words we can say it is the section from which the involute of the tooth is generated. Involute of the tooth means this profile, involute profile. This is the profile of the tooth. Since the shape of this tooths are generally of involute type, involute curve type, therefore we say that there are involute teeth. All right, so from where this involute start means this particular point. ठीक है, तो the circle drawn from this particular point will be known as your base circle. This will be known as your base circle. All right, students. And since the designs of these tooths are of involute curve, involute shape, therefore it is known as involute teeths. All right, these profile of the tooth which you see, they can be of two types. It can be a cycloidal or involute. The most preferred is your involute type, so which is shown here. So the point from which the involute teeth starts, the circle from that drawn from that point is known as your base circle. Coming into the pitch point. Now what is pitch point? As I have told you, students, as I have told you that we can imagine the gear as two imaginary circles which are pressing against each other. So this particular point where they both are pressing each other, this particular point is known as this common point of the two imaginary circles. This common point of this two imaginary circle is known as pitch point. This common point of two imaginary circle is known as pitch point. In this diagram also you can see that one of the pitch circle is this, the other pitch circle is this. Both are pressing against each other, and they are pressing at which point? They are pressing at this point. So this point is known as your pitch point. This point, student, is known as pitch point. All right. And the common, and we see here the common tangent to this is your line of action. So in this way, this is your pitch point, students. All right. Now moving further, students. Now what is addendum? What is addendum and what is dedendum? Let me explain what is addendum and what is dedendum. In this particular diagram, it is clearly visible that that portion of the teeth which is above the pitch circle. This is your pitch circle, students. All right, the portion of the teeth which is above the pitch circle, this particular portion, this is known as your addendum. And the portion of the teeth, or the distance from the base circle to the pitch circle along the diameter, the distance from the base circle to the pitch circle along the diameter is known as the dedendum. All right, so in one word we can say that the portion of the teeth above, the height of the teeth above the pitch circle is known as addendum, and the length of the teeth from the base circle to the pitch circle is known as your dedendum. All right, so I hope this is understood to you what is addendum and dedendum. In definition, we can say that addendum is the radial distance. We can say that it is the radial distance of the tooth from the pitch circle to the top of the tooth. From the pitch circle to the top of the tooth. It is the radial distance from the pitch circle to the top of the tooth. Now this is the top of the tooth which you are seeing. All right, and this is the pitch circle. So from here also you can understand that this particular portion is addendum and this particular portion is dedendum. Now how we will define dedendum? Dedendum is the radial distance of a tooth from the pitch circle to the bottom of the tooth. From the pitch circle to the bottom of the tooth. All right, it is also the radial distance, but it is from the pitch circle to the bottom of the tooth. And what was addendum? It was the distance from the pitch circle to the top of the tooth. All right. Moving further, coming into circular pitch. Now what is circular pitch? Circular pitch can be defined as the distance measured on the circumference of the pitch circle from a point of one tooth to the corresponding point on the other tooth. Means if this is the gear profile of your gear, so if this is one teeth and this is the other teeth, this is one teeth and this is the other teeth. All right, so the distance between a point on one teeth to the corresponding point, the similar point on the other teeth, this particular distance along the circle, along the pitch circle, is known as your circular pitch, is known as your circular pitch. See, as we see in the definition also, circular pitch is what? It is the distance measured on the circumference of the pitch circle from a point of one tooth to the corresponding point on the next tooth is known as your circular pitch. From a point on one tooth to the corresponding point on the other tooth which is adjacent to it, means if in other words we can say it can be defined in this way also. Distance from this center of one tooth to the center of its adjacent tooth along its pitch circle, that can also be considered as pitch, circular pitch. All right, so how we will calculate circular pitch? We all know that circumference of a circle, circumference of pitch circle can be given by pi d. This is the circumference. All right, students, and if the number of teeth are t in the gear, then the distance between two teeth, the distance between the two teeth along its pitch circle, the distance between two similar points in the adjacent teeth, can be given by this formula pi d by t. So if we have to calculate circular pitch, which is denoted by p, and in subscript we write c, so circular pitch is written in this way. Circular pitch can be written in this way: p c is equal to, PC is equal to how much? PC is equal to pi d. It is equal to pi d divided by t. Pi d divided by t. All right, circular pitch is equal to pi d divided by t, where t is what? T is the number of teeth in the gear. T is what? T is the number of teeth in the gear. Number of teeth, like this, you have teeth in the gear, so the number of teeth in the gear, that is named by capital T. And pi d is what? Pi d is the circumference of the pitch circle. So pi d by t will give you the distance between the distance between point on one tooth to the corresponding point on the next tooth. So in this way we can calculate circular pitch PC is equal to pi d by t. PC is equal to pi d by t. Alright, circular pitch PC is equal to pi d by t. Moving further, diametrical pitch. There is one more term which is used in the case of gear design, and that is diametrical pitch. What is diametrical pitch? It is the ratio of number of teeth to the pitch circle diameter in millimeter. What is it? It is the ratio of the number of teeth, that is capital D. It is the ratio of the number of teeth to the pitch circle diameter in millimeter. This means that T, capital T, which represents the number of teeth, divided by capital D, which represents the pitch circle diameter. This T by D will give you the value of diametrical pitch. This will give you the value of diametrical pitch. In short, diametrical pitch is represented by P in subscript we write D. So PD can be written as PD is equal to capital T divided by capital D. T by D, where T is what? Number of teeth, and D is what? Pitch circle diameter. T is your number of teeth and D is your pitch circle diameter. Alright, so this was diametrical pitch for you students. Now moving to the next term which is used in gear terminology, and that is the module. That is what? That is module. So what is module, students? It is also a ratio. It is also a ratio, students. Ratio between what? It is the ratio of pitch circle diameter in mm to the number of teeth. It is a ratio of PCD in unit millimeter divided by the number of teeth. Alright, and it is denoted by small m. Small m is what? Small m is your module, and it is denoted by small m, and its value is equal to capital D by T, where capital D is what? Capital D is your pitch circle diameter, and T is what? T is the number of teeth. So the ratio of pitch circle diameter to the number of teeth is known as your module, and it is denoted by small m. Small m is equal to D by T. Small m is equal to D by T. Alright, now this was the ratio. It is an important ratio. Generally the gears are defined on the basis of its module. Alright, so this is an important term used in gear terminology. Moving further, coming into the clearance. See students, when the gears are meshed against each other, when the gears are meshed to each other, see here the two gears are meshed. These are the meshing gears. Alright, in this when the teeth of one gear enters into the recess of the other, when the teeth of one, for example this is the teeth, let me zoom it. When the teeth of one, alright, if for example this is the gear and this is the another gear, so you can see when the teeth of one enters into the vacant, or we can say recess of the other gear. Alright, so this, if there is some gap, between the teeth of one and when the teeth enters into the recess of the other, if there is some gap between the bottom of one teeth and the top of the other teeth, when they are meshed into each other, then that particular gap is known as clearance. That particular gap is known as clearance. That we can define in this way. It is the radial distance. It is the radial distance from the top of the tooth to the bottom of the tooth. Alright, it is what? It is a radial distance from the top of the tooth to the bottom of the tooth. From the top of the tooth to the bottom of the tooth, students. You can see here, students. Alright, this particular portion, you can see easily that here this particular gap, this particular gap, if you are not able to see, again I have zoomed it, this particular gap between the top of the tooth, this particular gap between the top of the tooth to the bottom of the other tooth, when they are meshed with each other, this is known as, this particular gap is known as what? This particular gap is known as your clearance. It is known as your clearance, students. This is what? This is your clearance. All right. So coming back, so I hope this clearance is now understood to you. Moving further, coming into the total depth. Total depth. Now what is total depth, students? Total depth means it is the radial distance between the addendum and dedendum circle of the gear. Now what is addendum and dedendum circle? This circle drawn from the top of the tooth of a gear is known as addendum circle, and the circle drawn from the bottom of the tooth of the gear is known as dedendum circle. And the radial distance between them, radial distance between what? Radial distance between the addendum circle and the dedendum circle. The radial distance between the addendum circle and the dedendum circle is known as your total depth. It is equal to the sum of the addendum and the dedendum. It is equal to sum of addendum and dedendum. All right. This is your addendum. You can see this particular distance from here to here. This is your addendum. This is your dedendum. And when you add these two, you get what? You get the total depth. So total depth means it is the distance, it is the radial distance between the addendum and dedendum circle of the gear. Also, and if you want to calculate if you have been given the value of addendum and dedendum, just add these two values. Whatever is the answer, that will be your total depth. So this was your total depth. Moving further, now what is working depth? Working depth and total depth are two different terms, students. See, working depth means if you remove, how you will calculate the working depth? First of all, let's define it. Working depth is the radial distance from the addendum circle to the clearance circle. Now, clearance circle is what? Basically, as I have told to you, that the teeth of one gear does not enter fully into the recess of the other. For example, in blue I am making the teeth of the other gear. All right. For example, this is other gear. This is other gear. So here you can find that this particular portion is vacant, which is known as clearance, and the circle drawn from the top of this clearance is known as your clearance circle. Circle drawn from the top of this clearance is known as your clearance circle. This circle is your clearance circle. All right, in this way. Now you can see that the total depth is not used here. The total depth is not at all used here. If this is the base circle, if this is the addendum circle, and this is the clearance circle, and this is the addendum circle. So the radial distance between these two is known as your working depth. We don't include this particular portion in the working depth because this is not used. This particular portion is kept vacant. Why it is kept vacant? Otherwise, what will happen? There will be some jerking. There will be some scratch mark developed by movement of one gear on the recess or the bottom of the other gear. Therefore, some clearance is left, and due to this, the new word has been used, and that word is what? That word is working depth. It is what? It is the distance. It is the radial distance. It is what? It is the radial distance between the addendum circle to the clearance circle of a gear. All right. If you want to calculate it, in other words, we can say it is equal to sum of the addendum of the two meshing gears. Means the two gears which are meshing with each other. If you add the addendum of both the gears, you will get the working depth. If you add the addendum of the two gears, you will get the working depth. See here, you can see, students, This is the working depth from here to here. In this we are not using, this clearance portion. In this we are not using this clearance portion. All right. So this was working depth. Moving further, students. Now what is tooth space? Tooth space is the width of the tooth measured along the circular pitch. If this is your tooth, student, of a gear, so along this circular pitch portion, this is your circular pitch circle. This is your pitch circle, students. Along this pitch circle, the gap between the two teeth, the gap between the two adjacent teeth of a gear is known as your tooth space. The gap between the two adjacent teeth of the gear is known as tooth space. All right, it is the width of the tooth measured along the pitch circle. It is the width of the tooth measured along the pitch circle. And now what is tooth thickness? Let's see what is tooth thickness. It is the width of the space between the two adjacent teeth measured along the pitch circle. All right, width of the tooth and width of the space between the tooth, both are different. Tooth space and tooth thickness is different. In tooth space, what you will write, students? In tooth space, this vacant portion, the distance between the one tooth, the total gap, we can say the total gap between the two adjacent tooths along the pitch circle, that is the tooth space. And the thickness, or we can say the width of the tooth along the pitch circle, that is its tooth thickness. So tooth thickness and tooth space, I hope both is now understood to you. Tooth thickness is, this is your tooth space, all right, the gap between the tooth, and this is your tooth thickness, means the thickness of the tooth, but both are measured corresponding to, both are measured along the pitch circle, all right. This is the total height of the tooth is known as, tooth height. It is from here to here, all right. And the angle by which the tooth is inclined is known as flank angle. So these were the terms. Moving into the next term, what is backlash now, student? What is backlash? Backlash is basically the difference between the tooth space and tooth thickness. In the previous slide, I told you what is tooth thickness and tooth space. If you find the difference between the tooth space and the tooth thickness, the value which you will get is known as backlash. It is the difference between tooth space and tooth thickness. All right. This student is your tooth thickness, and this is your tooth space. All right, and the difference between them, this particular portion, difference between them, this will give you the value of, backlash. All right. There are some other terms also. Let's quickly know them also. The other term is the face of the tooth. What is the face of the tooth? It is the surface of the tooth above the pitch surface. What is face of the tooth? It is the surface of the tooth above the pitch surface. What is top land? It is the surface of the top of the tooth. The top portion of the tooth is known as top land. Face of the tooth is the surface of the tooth above the pitch surface. Above the pitch circle, the surface of the tooth is known as face of the tooth. And what is flank? What is flank, students? Flank is the surface of the tooth below the pitch surface. All right. And lastly, what is face width? Face width is the width of the gear tooth measured parallel to its axis. What is face width? It is the width of the gear tooth measured parallel to its axis. You can see here, student, as I have told you, what was face width. It is the along the axis, means if this is the axis of the tooth, along the axis, the width of the tooth is known as face width. The width of the tooth along the axis is known as face width. The portion of the tooth above the pitch circle to the top, that particular portion is known as face. Students. The top of the tooth is known as top land. All right. And what is flank? The portion of the tooth, below this pitch circle is known as flank. So face and flank, I hope you understood. Face width means the width of the tooth along the axis, width of the surface of the tooth along the axis, that is known as face width. And what was one more? Face, flank, top line and face width. Everything is now shown here. Here in this diagram, A represents the addendum and B represents the dedendum. Moving further, so these were all the terms. Let's have a quick revision of that. Pitch circle was what? Pitch circle was the imaginary circle which by pure rolling action gives the same motion as the actual gear. What was pitch circle diameter? It was the diameter of the pitch circle. And always the size of the gear is generally specified by pitch circle diameter. What was pitch point? It is the common point of contact between the two pitch circle. What was pitch surface? What was pitch surface, student? It is the surface of the rolling discs which the meshing gear have replaced at the pitch circle. Alright. Then this was a diagram in which everything is now shown to you. This was your addendum above the pitch circle. This radius, this radial distance between the base of the gear to the pitch circle is known as dedendum. So the face width is what? Face width is this portion, this width of the portion of the gear above the teeth portion. And what is the dedendum circle? Dedendum circle is the circle made from the top of the tooth of the gear. Top land, this top portion of the teeth is known as top land. Face, the portion of the teeth above this pitch circle is known as face. The portion of the teeth below this pitch circle is known as flank. Working depth, the total depth means the depth from the radial distance from the base of the tooth to the top of the tooth. And from this, if you minus the clearance, you will get the working depth. Alright. Tooth thickness is what? It is the thickness of the tooth but measured along the pitch circle. What is tooth space? It is the space of the tooth. It is the space of the tooth. What is tooth space? It is the space of the tooth but measured along what? Measured along the pitch circle. Circular pitch is what? Circular pitch is what, students? Circular pitch is the distance from a point on a tooth, the distance from a point on a tooth to the corresponding point on the other tooth, but along the pitch circle. So this is the circular pitch, students. Alright. Clearance, what is the gap between the one gear which meshes into the other gear? So whatever is the gap left, that is known as the clearance. Alright. So these were all the terms which are used. One thing that is more important is the pressure angle or angle of obliquity. What is it? It is the angle between the common normal to two gear teeth at the point of contact and the common tangent at the pitch point. Alright, it is the angle between the common normal to gear teeth at the point of contact and the common normal at the pitch point, and it is generally denoted by phi. The standard values of pitch pressure angle are 114.5 degree and 20 degree. Alright, these are some standard pressure angles. Addendum, as I have already told you in the diagram, that it is the radial distance of a tooth from the pitch circle to the top of the tooth. Dedendum is what? It is the radial distance of a tooth from the pitch circle to the bottom of the tooth. Addendum circle drawn from the top of the teeth to the pitch circle. Dedendum circle drawn from the bottom of the teeth. And the dedendum circle, one important thing, is also known as root circle. Dedendum circle is also known as, student, root circle. And if you want to calculate the root circle diameter, and if you have the value of pitch circle diameter, you can find the root circle diameter is by multiplying the pitch circle diameter by cos phi, where phi is what? Phi is pressure angle. So root circle diameter is equal to pitch circle diameter into cos phi. Root circle diameter is equal to pitch circle diameter into cos phi. So students, circular pitch, as I have already told you, it is equal to pi d by t. And generally when the two gears mesh against each other, then their circular pitch should be equal. This means that its pi d by t value should be equal. If the distance measured on the circumference of the circular pitch, what is basically circular pitch? First of all, I have told you that it is the distance measured along the circumference of the pitch circle from the point of one tooth to the corresponding point on the next tooth. It is generally denoted by PC, and PC is given by pi d by t. Now a little consideration, students, will show you that two gears, when they mesh with each other, when they mesh together, if the two wheels, they will mesh together only when they have the value of circular pitch is equal to each other. Now this is the circular pitch. So this concept is very important. Always keep it in mind that the circular pitch of the two gears which are meshing against each other should be equal. Pi d1 by t1 it should be equal to pi d2 by t2. This formula we will use in the numerical also. Now there is one more term which I have told you that is also important. Always keep in mind that diametrical pitch is what? It is the ratio of number of teeth to the diameter of the circle. Then another most important formula which will be used is that of module. Module is what? Module is the ratio of diameter to the number of teeth in a particular gear. Alright, M is equal to d by t. So these were the important things. Clearance I have told to you, working depth also I have told to you. Alright, so what was clearance? Clearance was the radial distance from the top of the tooth to the bottom of the tooth. Total depth, it is the radial distance between the addendum and the dedendum circle of the gear. Working depth, it is the radial distance from the addendum circle to the clearance circle. So this is also, I have told to you, tooth thickness, tooth space, backlash, face of the tooth, top length. These all terms are important. I have explained you while I was explaining you the diagram. Now coming into the multiple choice questions, let's see the multiple choice questions now. First of all, the first multiple choice question. What is the question saying to us? The smaller and generally the driving gear of a pair of mated gear is called as, so the smaller of the two gears which are meshing with each other, the smaller one is always known as pinion. Always keep this in mind that the smaller of the gear, alright, and generally this particular gear is the driving gear. So the smaller and generally the driving gear of a pair of a mated gear is known as your pinion. Alright. Coming into the next multiple choice question. Question number 2. This is our question number 2, students. What is the question saying to us? The distance measured along the circumference of the pitch circle from a point on one tooth to the same point on the adjacent tooth. So what is the language? The distance measured along the circumference of the pitch circle from a point on one tooth to the same point on the adjacent tooth. So guess what is the answer? As I have told to you, this particular distance along the pitch circle from a point on one tooth to the corresponding point on the other tooth, this particular distance is known as circular pitch. And if the two gears are meshing with each other, this particular circular pitch value should be equal. PC1 should be equal to PC2, and its formula also I have told, it is equal to pi d by t. So pi d1 by t1 should be equal to pi d2 by t2, pi d2 by t2. Alright, coming into MCQ number 3. We are into MCQ number 3. First of all, let's read out what is the language. The number of teeth per unit length of the pitch circle diameter is called. Now see, the number of teeth per unit length means teeth T divided by length of the T by D means it is asking you about the T by D. So T by D is basically what? The number of teeth per unit length can be given by this formula T by D per unit length along the pitch circle it is asking you. Therefore T by D is basically what? T by D is your diametrical pitch. So in other words, we can define the diametrical pitch in this way, that it is the number of teeth per unit length. Alright, so answer is your option A. A is the correct option, diametrical pitch. Moving into the next three MCQs. Coming into MCQ number 4. This is our MCQ number 4, students. What is the MCQ saying to you? The ratio of number of teeth on the gear to the number of teeth on the pinion is called as, so this ratio of teeth on the gear to the ratio of teeth on the pinion, what is this basically called? This is known as the gear ratio. Always keep in mind that the number of teeth on the gear to the number of teeth on the pinion, this is known as the gear ratio. This is what? This is your gear ratio. Alright, coming into the next MCQ, MCQ number 5, students. According to this question, the ratio of pitch diameter to the number of teeth means D by T. We all know D by T is what? D by T is module M, small m. Alright, so m, small m is what? Small m is module. So option A is the correct option. So coming into the next MCQ, our MCQ number 6, students. Now this is our MCQ number 6. So what is the question saying to us? The circle passing through the upper tip of the tooth. So as I have told to you that the circle which passes through the upper tip of the tooth means this particular circle. This is known as the addendum circle. This is known as addendum circle. So option D is the correct option for MCQ number 6. So the next three MCQs, let's see them. Coming into the MCQ number, students, 7. What is the MCQ saying? This is our MCQ number 7. Let's read out. The radial height of the tooth above the pitch circle is known as, above the pitch circle, the radial height means, as I have told to you, this is the tooth of a gear, and the above the pitch circle, if this is the pitch circle, students, so the height above this pitch circle, what is this called? This is known as addendum. This is known as addendum, means option A is the correct option, students. Alright, the next MCQ number 8. Our next MCQ, let's read out the next multiple choice question. The circle passing through the root of the teeth is called, the circle which passes through the root of the teeth means this particular circle, students. If this is the gear having tooth, so this circle passing through the root, we all know this is known as dedendum circle. So in the option C is your dedendum circle. So C is the correct option. Alright, coming into the next multiple choice question. What is the question? This will be our MCQ number 9. What is the question saying to us? The radial depth of a tooth below the pitch circle. The radial depth of the tooth below the pitch circle, what is it known as? So we know, if this is, again I am making the gear, this is the gear, students. So if someone asks us to find the radial depth of a tooth below the pitch circle, we all know that this depth below the pitch circle, this radial depth below the pitch circle, it is known as what? It is known as your option A, dedendum. It is your dedendum. So option A is the correct option, means option A is dedendum, and dedendum is your answer. Coming into the multiple choice question number 10. This is our 10th multiple choice question. The radial difference between the addendum and dedendum of a tooth is called as, so the radial distance between the addendum and dedendum of the tooth, we all know this is known as the clearance. The difference between the addendum and addendum of a tooth is the clearance. Is what? It is the clearance, students. Coming into the next multiple choice question. The locus of the point of contact on two mating teeth from beginning of engagement to the end of engagement is known as, so we all know this locus of point of contact on two mating teeth from beginning of engagement to the end of the engagement. So it is asking in this way that if this is the gear 1 and this is the gear 2, and when they are mating in this way, so the locus of point of contact, the locus of the point which is in contact from the beginning of engagement to the end of the engagement, what is this called? So this is called, student, this is known as the path of contact. So C is the correct answer. This was important, therefore I have discussed. And one last MCQ, this is also important for you. The portion of path of contact from beginning of the contact to the pitch point. This is what? If this is the path of contact, so this will be your, this option is your what? This is the path of recess. Beginning of contact to the pitch point. This is known as the path of approach, because we are approaching, so this will be known as path of approach. So B is the correct option. So students, we have discussed all the multiple choice questions related to today's video lecture. I hope you have understood each and everything. Now, for reference for your self study, you can refer any of the book which you feel like. In the reference section, this I have given you. We have the famous book written by Shingley, Machine Element Design. Then we have a book of Tata McGraw-Hill publication, Design of Machine Element by V.V. Bhandari. These are some popular books. Apart from that, there are other books also, you can refer them for as a test book. But I will suggest you to refer this Design of Machine Elements by V.V. Bhandari or this Shingley book of this Tata McGraw-Hill publication. So for today, that's all. In the coming lecture, we will go into the design part of the gear design. So students, thank you and have a nice day.